Hi everyone. Today's topic is about destroying a fortress. Suppose that Black has built a very large moyo, but it's more like a fortress since it's not that thin and you want to reduce it somehow. In this lesson, I will not teach all the possibilities, but we will cover many of them. The important fact is that you learn some techniques and you apply into your own game. Every position can be different, so it may have features that in this case is not involved. But if you can penetrate, destroy this kind of fortress, you will likely destroy any type of structure. The important thing is that you have to attach. You can never enter in a position without attaching, because if you try to play something like this, hoping for something like this, of course it will never succeed, since it's easy for your opponent to pincer and to avoid you making a base. And it's almost always wrong to play something like this, pincer for instance, and then jump out and stop. The problem is that white caps, and usually you may also save the group, but in exchange black gains very much influence. So you have make a move that actually helped the opponent. So no chances for stuff like this. Always you have to attach the weaker group. This is the main lesson. You have to attach the weaker group and then try to keep this group as a pivot to make stronger moves and to keep threatening this kind of group. For instance, in this position, it's completely not useful to attach this group which is stronger. But it may be the case in some case, of course, but usually you have to attach this kind of way. What to do here with black? Some replies. Black may try to honey underneath, but now white plays the sabaki technique we just learned, and now we can make a ladder, or even if this ladder doesn't work, no problem, we can at least squeeze this way. And as you can see here, white may try to play something like this. So in this position, black may try to cover, and now sabaki as usual. Even this move is good. This move is good since you are not worried to keep all your stones, but you have to, for instance this, you have to sabaki inside opponent's position. In this position, black may try to surround you the other way. What to do here with white? Usually it's better to extend. If black blocks here, white harness this way, this is forced, otherwise white plays here, and now he can make a base somehow. In this position, if black pincers, no problem, white harness the other way, since this group was weak, and that's the main point of playing something like this. Okay, this is Hane. You have to play something like this, for instance, if you doesn't want to allow your opponent to enter the corner, but as you can see, you fail. If you are more aware, you can play something like this, but now at least white has this move, this kind of cuts, and now white easily escape. There's no problem here. In this position, black may try to reinforce his structure playing this way. It's a little slack, but it's not a bad move. White harness, and now black has to cover. This kind of peep doesn't work. Simply white connects and these two groups are separated, and this kind of shape is very strong for white. So in this position, black blocks, and now white extend. Very easy. If black plays this way, this is the harder way for white. There are many options. Of course, in any given position you can find some features, but in this position it's very hard to escape without giving that much possibilities. This is one. You can peep, and usually when you peep you can treat this move as a probe. So here black may connect, and now you have good shape. As you can see, you cannot immediately jump in some cases, because it's very easy for black to make some peep, but we'll cover this point later. So this, and now black peeps, as I told you before, but now, as you can see, you may find that white has some nice threats given this kind of peep. This kind of peep allows white to gain time, because if black plays elsewhere, this is a very powerful threat. Okay. Okay, in this position, white connects, and what's the exchange? These two stones still have agi, some agi. Okay, of course, they are not many, but there are agi, and white has built a wall. So at least it has not destroyed the fortress, but it has at least pressed down the fortress. If in this position black continues this way, no problem, of course, white makes the same idea. When black plays like move like this, you can try this kind of shoulder hit. Black may try this, and you play lightly, as of course. Black is somewhat over concentrated, okay, and you play something like this. Doesn't matter the exact sequence of the moves, of course, but you can find for yourself something to make two eyes, and you can see that many threats gives at least the possibility to build two eyes. Okay, this position, white is completely safe. If white immediately tries to escape, this peep may be a little interesting. So this white connects, it's forced, and now, as you can see, you can find this kind of move. This kind of move is possible only by the fact that this move, this position, this initial position, this was a weak group for black. Okay, of course, black connects, and now you can use this stone as an agi stone to cut the opponent. Black, of course, has to cover. This is a big threat, since it threatens to catch the entire corner. Black has to cover, and now easy game for white with this kind of move. Okay, in this position, if black plays elsewhere, no problem for white to make shape like this. Final move, this is the pincer move. It is very annoying, but no problem. White clamps, but if you don't know the clamp, you will never reach this position, since this move is out of your repertoire. Okay, of course, black tries to separate, but easily white harness. If black cuts this way, no problem. This is a very powerful threat. This is the same as we discussed in the video of the reducing moyo. And now black has to cover, and now white sabaki. What to do here with black? If you play this, okay, easy game. I sacrifice the stone, again, technique, and now I escape. Or in this position, if you hane, no problem, I reinforce, there is a cutting point, you have to cover, and now I can make whatever I want. If you cut, of course, the worst, white simply wins the local battle. Okay, this group is completely safe, has some high potential. And this position, you may try type of cuts, no problem, because as I told you before, this shape is almost always favorable to the side that makes the shape. Okay, black may try to cover this same variation as before, or in this position, if you cover that way, of course we can escape.